Hey, welcome to Dream Chasers podcast, or shall I say videocast. Today's guest is a longtime teammate, David Logan, North Central alum, UIndy alum, and overseas basketball player, David Logan. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just making the best of this situation.
Right.
Spending time with the family and doing little projects around the house.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Dave, I know where you're from. I know who you are, but they don't know. Tell us about you.
Uh, I'm David Logan. I was born in Chicago. Moved to Indy when I was around 9.
Okay.
Grew up here ever since. Went to North Central High School along with Harvey. Met Harvey my junior year when they moved in from New York when I was with the Pacers. So me and Harvey got real close and spent a lot of time together when he first came here,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of went on from there. Been staying in touch, ever so often while playing professional sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to UIndy after high school.
Mm-hmm.
Got a scholarship there. Played all 4 years there,
Okay.
and after that, began my professional career.
Right.
Played 15 years. Next year will be 16 for me.
Mm.
All over Europe.
Right.
Played 3 years in Italy, a year in Germany, 3 years in Poland,
Mm-hmm.
a year in Spain, a year in Greece, half a year in Lithuania,
Mm-hmm.
and a year in France. So,
Got you. Got you. Early beginnings, man. So what sports did you play growing up? Was it just all basketball?
yeah, just all basketball. I tried a little bit of baseball for a summer.
Okay.
That was it. I liked it, but I just never really got into it like that.
Okay.
No track or anything. It was just fast and just running around,
Right.
doing nothing, a bit of football here and there, flag football or whatever, but
Right.
mainly just basketball.
Okay. So younger years, man, when you played basketball, elementary, middle school, what was that like? Was you I know once you got older, you was a big time scorer, and you are a big time scorer now. It seemed like you don't age. You might be like one of them X-Men characters or something. But I'm just saying, what was it like when you were younger? Was it a struggle? Was you top of the pack, middle of the pack? What was it like?
Man, it definitely was a struggle just because, growing up in Chicago,
Uh,
my uncle introduced me to basketball. So
mhm.
I would go play here and there, at the park or whatever. And then once I moved to Indy,
Right.
my mom's boyfriend, kept me on that path of playing ball. And, going up, I grew up in Pike District. So,
Okay.
I played BYBL and, stuff like that growing up, AAU. So
Hmm.
obviously, I was okay. I wasn't, one of the ranked players or top players,
Right.
sixth, seventh grade. And I just played on just a regular AAU team and,
Right.
just, trying to get better and stay in the loop and,
Right.
get known then. So growing
Right.
up, it was just regular. I wasn't one of the top players and
Right.
really wasn't one of the top players in high school until my senior year, really. So
Right.
I just gradually got better and better and better. And, I
Right.
was a late bloomer in high school
Right.
and only had one D1 offer and a couple JUCOs and,
Right.
D2 came into playing the picture. So
Right.
that was about it.
What was it like at North Central? I know they won a state championship. What was that? Was it 99, 2000?
My junior year,
Your sophomore.
sophomore
Sophomore?
year, yeah.
Sophomore year. Okay. So what was it like? You was under that they were guard heavy. I know they had Marcus May, they had Jason Gardner, had some big time guys in there. What was it like well, as a freshman coming in, what was it like? Did you play freshman ball? Did you go to JV? What was it like?
Yeah, I played freshman, a little bit of JV my
Okay.
sophomore year,
Hmm.
JV, and then that time when they were on that state run, I was
Hmm.
kind of on varsity a little bit, just on the sideline. So they
Right.
just put me into practice and stuff like that. But like you said, they were guard heavy, so they were loaded. So I was
Right.
just watching and trying to learn the best way I could from the sideline. So
Right.
that was in my sophomore year. Then once they all left, junior year, it was my
Right.
time to kind of get on varsity and show what I can do.
Right. Right. And I remember meeting you junior year. And junior year, you wasn't no slouch, but you wasn't David Logan. You know what I mean? So what fueled that, man? What was that summer like? Because I know you told me you was in the gym every day, and I mean, a lot of times when you were in college, I know you every time I would call you, like, man, I'm in the gym, I'm gonna call you back. What was that summer like to get you? First of all, before we even go into that, I remember what was that? What was your uh, highest scoring game in high school? What it was like 42 or something like that?
Yeah, like 44 sectionals.
Okay, okay.
44
So I,
sectionals.
well, I it just made me think about it because, like I said, the year before I wouldn't have tagged you to have 44. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, my junior year, I think I averaged maybe 5 points a game.
well, no, but I mean, but you were solid though. Like you
Yeah,
was, you know what I mean? It wasn't like you was horrible. You was solid, and then all of a sudden, like I said, I went and played football, and then I came back, and I was like, man, you just came on the scene. But anyway, so what was it like that summer, man? What was it like on the day-to-day basis? Because you put in that work.
man, it was just just with my friends or wherever. I was just going to hoop every day I could just to
Okay.
get better. So
Right.
I just wanted to prove myself and prove to everybody else that
Right.
I could be one of the top players in the state. So I
Right.
was just doing whatever I could to put in that work and just playing every day, no matter where it was. If it was
Right.
outside or inside, just hour to a day,
Right.
just playing and working on my game. So that's
So
all
did
I wanted to do.
so would you say your development kind of just came late, or did you just really go that much harder in the summer?
I think it was a little bit of both.
Okay.
Just me making up my mind that I wanted to be better, and I had to put in that work.
Right.
Because I wasn't going to any camps. I wasn't going to any 5 stars, or my
Right.
mom wasn't couldn't pay for me to go to any camps or get any training. Back in the day, so I
Right.
had to figure everything else on my own, and
Right.
pops was down south working and things like that. So I really didn't really have that male father figure for me
Right.
to push me and to do it. So I had to figure it out by myself, me and my brother. So that was pretty much it.
Right. Right. Why UIndy? What made you choose UIndy?
Like I said, I had one D1 offer, and that was the IUPUI. And
Okay.
with Coach Hunter, I was supposed to have dinner with him, with my mom, and he canceled at the last minute. My mom was like, "Oh hell no, you ain't going there."
I bet he regret that. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm listening.
she was mad about that, so that pushed that out the window. So I was like, "Dang, I can't go D1." So
Right.
I had a couple of JUCOs that I went to visit. I went to Logan in Illinois. I went to visit there. Then I had
Okay.
Allegheny over in Maryland.
Mhm.
So then UNE came in at the last minute, like come for a visit. So I went there with my mom, and I liked it. So I was just like, I'm gonna try this route,
Right.
go D2 and just see how it goes. And I went there my freshman year. I think after like 8 games, I was starting. So
Right.
I just kind of built on from that and just kept going.
Right. So kind of walk me through that, man. You're not the all-time leading scorer there, are you? Aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, excuse me. My
The
bad.
conference, the
Let me
school, and
let,
the
let me
conference.
let me put some respect on your name. So you're the all-time leading scorer there, man. What was it like? You said at the 8 games you were started there, and then all the way through. I know, I remember at a certain point, you know, going down to watch you guys play. I mean, you filled that place up. I've never seen you Indy filled like that on a regular basis. I mean, people were showing out to check you out. So tell me the build up to that. Start with that freshman year. You can go where you left off from.
Man, freshman year coming in, we had a good team. I think they had made the tournament the year before, but we had a
Mhm.
couple seniors that were pretty good. So me coming
Right,
as a freshman, I was there with E Rose and Sonny. So I was just trying to basically find my way, and
right,
I was expecting to play a little bit my freshman year, but not like that. So
right,
I just came in and just was just getting better every day, and
right,
playing college basketball I was getting familiar with it. So that's how, my confidence grew. And
right.
like I said, I started starting, and then I had a pretty good freshman year. I think I averaged
So
about
so when did you become the man? Was it sophomore year?
my sophomore year. When
Okay.
the seniors left, and towards the end of my freshman year, I was really getting comfortable. So my sophomore year, I was averaging 20
Mm,
already. So
right,
that was really, me pushing myself and on my way to the top.
right, right. So did you really find yourself at UIndy?
Yeah, I did, man. It was just I just had so much time in the summer. You
Right,
know, I was by my sophomore year, I was getting everybody to come from the city to
right,
to, to open gyms and stuff. So I had everybody coming, and it was a good run. So that was it. That was it from there.
right. Oh man. So, uh, how did you get the notion about overseas? Was agents kind of on you? Because I know when you left UND, you left with a bang. At that point, was agents approaching you, or did you just further the process? How did that work?
Man, I was actually going. I was going to a couple like programs and stuff throughout the summer, like in
Hmm.
Kentucky. I was just finding any place to play, and
Right.
I think a couple agents heard about the program I played in Kentucky,
Okay.
won the whole thing. So that was my junior year, going into my junior year. So I had a couple agents call me then. It was just like, I'm gonna keep an eye on you,
Right.
these next 2 years. So after then, it was just agent after agent all the way
Right.
to my senior year.
Right. Right. So, once you got over, well, where'd you go? Where's your first destination when you went overseas?
I signed in second division Italy. Uh,
Okay.
I had a good summer league. I went to the top senior camp in Portsmouth after my senior year at UND. So I had about 6 NBA workouts.
Okay.
Then from that, and then I had a chance to actually make the Miami Heat team. So, you know, after summer league, they called me down. I had like
Mm,
30 to 10
mm,
against them in summer league. So they was like, come down for this free agent workout.
right.
So we're gonna pick between you and this other guy that played in Kentucky.
Okay.
So it was like second day into the camp. My agent called me. He was like, "Look, I got a good deal for you in second division Italy. So you have to make a choice. You have to
Mm,
go there, Detroit, to get your visa for the Italian league, or you stay here and try to make the team." So I was like, "All right, let me sleep on it."
right.
So I woke up the next day. I'm like, man, you know, the deal he got me was pretty good. It's like for 140K.
Right.
My first year out. So I'm like, fuck, that's pretty good money. So
Right.
the whole time I'm asking him, what's a good deal for a rookie? He was like, anywhere between 60 and 80K,
Right.
I'll probably get you. So I'm like, all right, it's better than nothing, whatever. That's a good start. So
Right.
he said that 140. I'm like, fuck, that's getting double what he talking about. So I'm like,
Right.
I
Right.
said, let me sleep on it. So I woke up. I said, man, I'm gonna take this money. So I ended up giving the dude the job. So they signed him, and they ended up trading him halfway through the season.
Oh,
He ended up getting cut, but that probably was the closest I got to making the league. So I mean, I had a good feel for that camp, but I was
right.
like, man, I can't pass this up. And then
Right.
2 or 3 weeks later, he gave me a deal for 80. Now
Right.
that's so much money. So I went to second division Italy. It's about 20 minutes from Milan.
Right.
Uh, Good situation.
Right.
So I was playing well my first year, and I don't know what it was. I had good numbers. We were in the middle of the standings. We wasn't losing.
Uh,
I don't know if they had so much expectation that season. I don't know why, because they didn't win no championship the year before, but
right.
they ended up releasing me. They wanted a veteran player instead of a rookie,
Okay.
which was, kind of normal for rookies in Europe, because after your first year, they usually blame the rookies.
Right.
So, I didn't really, you know, know anything about Europe or the whole situation. So my
Right.
agent was like, it's normal, don't worry about it. I'll get you another job ASAP. So he got me another job in Israel.
Hmm.
But just learning from that, and seeing how business works in Europe, I was just like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Like, these need to cut me. Like, I was playing well,
Right. Right.
so I wasn't playing bad. And it's crazy because this year, actually, the team I was playing for, Italy, we scrimmaged the team that was the coach that cut me. So he seen me when I walked in the gym. That was the first time I seen him since they cut me that year in
Right.
'05. So I walked
Right.
in the gym, I seen him. I'm like, damn, that's like the coach that I played for back in the day. And it
Right.
was him.
Right.
So it's like, how you doing? Sorry for that situation, because he looked like an asshole. He cut me, and then
Right.
I didn't build my career in Europe like this. They're like, damn, what'd you cut him for?
Right.
Like, it wasn't my fault. It was the president. He wanted a veteran player.
Of course.
So, yeah, so I was just like, I had no hard feelings. Gave him a handshake and
Right.
wished him the best, and that was it. So
Right.
that was
Went out.
crazy that I ran into him, though.
Right. Went
Great
out. Went
player.
out. Get his team and dog him out.
Yeah,
Um. So
yeah.
man, I mean, I know you probably don't have any regrets, because I mean, you've done well for yourself. You were able to take care of your family through all you've done. If you had it to do all over again, which is hypothetical, would you have tried to stay with the NBA? Do you think that you would have get a harder push?
Yeah. Now knowing what I know,
Mm,
I would have probably stayed in that camp and tried to make that team because
mm,
I mean, them chances
right,
don't come too often. And me being young after my first year, every summer, I tried to play summer league and get back, to
right,
get my shot again, and it just never worked out. So
right.
I mean, I had another shot with the Pacers probably like 3 years later,
Okay.
another free agent camp. Me and AO and Andre. So that's the year they ended up signing Andre.
Right,
So after that, I just never really got another shot.
right,
And me, playing in Europe and adapting to European basketball, that was my way. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it
right,
this way and just make a living this way. So then I ended up getting that Polish passport. And
right,
after that, I was like, I'm done with summer league, all that, because I got this passport, which is gonna help me out a lot in my future. So
right.
that was just the route I took.
What was the easiest place to play at,
Easiest place to play at?
or easiest, or the funnest place, or something that kind of was nice for you over there?
Yeah, I would say the year my second my first year in Italy when I played on the island,
Mm,
and we had a bunch of good guys, and we won everything that year. We won Super Cup, we won the regular cup, we won the championship.
right,
So that was one of the best times, really. And those guys are all good guys, and I still speak to them to this day. And we
mhm,
always just talk about that. So that
right,
was a very fun year, and just something that I think everybody will remember because I don't think no team in Italy has won 3 cups since we did it for sure, and that was 2000. I want to say 2010, maybe
right,
2011.
right,
So they haven't done it in a long time, and that was just special too.
right, right. What was the worst place?
Ooh, worst place. I'm gonna probably say Spain.
Hmm.
Man, I just had a dig head of a coach. One of one of the worst coaches. I not say worst coaches. He's just real old school from Soviet Union, and
So what was he doing, man? What was
bro,
the
he
deal?
was what wasn't he doing? He was a dictator. Like everything was just practice was OD. So like when we come in the gym, no warm up, like we were stretched, and he would put he put chairs in the four corners of the court,
Uh,
and you do the line where the back person got to catch the front person. So that's warm
right,
up. So we doing that for 20 minutes,
Indian run.
all out
Wow.
sprint. Yeah, this
Right,
is for warm up after stretch,
right,
and just we would lift in the morning after come in tape practice, and in the evening another tape practice. Like he was just running people in the dirt. He was known for injuring players because he would just work them too hard. So I was like 26 in my prime.
right.
I had just signed a big deal with that team, like a 3-year deal. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna do anything, because this is my biggest deal. So I'm gonna try to prove myself,
Right.
even further. So I get on my couple, probably first 2 weeks, I get injured. I get a cyst in the back of my leg,
Mm,
and just from just running and doing all kind of crazy stuff. So I'm like, oh, no, I'm gonna have to chill out with this coach. So I'm out for like a month and a half. Season ain't even started yet.
right.
So we just butting heads like crazy. I'm the type that I don't really say too much. I just do my thing, and
Right.
but this dude was I just felt like he was just on me because you only can have 2 Americans,
Right.
and all the other players were Spanish and they were scared. They wasn't gonna say anything to him. So I'm
Right.
just like, damn, like what's good with this dude? And everywhere he's been,
Right.
nobody likes him, and he ends up getting fired.
Right.
So he was just tough. And I had 2 more years. I said, nah. I said, I'm getting out of this deal. So
Right.
I found a way to get out at the last minute, and I just went somewhere else.
Gotcha.
And I seen him probably 3 years ago. He
Mm,
was coaching this Russian team, and they came to play us in Lithuania.
mm,
Last shot. We got the last shot with like 7 seconds left.
yeah.
And I hit the game-winning shot off the backboard, and I just look at him. He don't even look at me. At the end of the game, he's supposed to go shake hands.
Right.
He don't even look at me. He don't even look my way. He just walks off the court. I think I posted something on Twitter that year.
Right.
Didn't
Right.
buzz me on this club, man. That was just the worst shit. Like the team was all right. Like I like the guys there, but
Right.
it just made it bad that year.
Right.
Just playing for him, man. So
Left a bad taste in your mouth.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I ain't going back there. I ain't doing nothing with him. Like
Right.
it was just bad.
Right. Right. So so I want to talk a little bit about your accolades, man. I've seen you, I don't know how many years in a row you got a bunch of MVPs and you made a bunch of all-star games. What's that resume look like over there?
Man, I've just been fortunate enough. Like the resume is crazy. So I got 3 Super Cups that I won.
Okay.
One in Israel. One.
So what is super? So explain it for people that don't understand. You know
All
what
right,
I
so
mean?
most countries got at least two cups you can win, sometimes 3. So a Super Cup is at the beginning of the year. So they'll take like the champion from the year before in the cup and the champion from the regular championship. So
Okay.
they play in a tournament. Sometimes it's 2 teams, sometimes it's 4. So
Okay.
you play in a tournament at the beginning of the year, like a preseason tournament, to win a cup.
Okay.
So you get a cup and a trophy, and that's one championship. So
Right.
then in the middle of the year, it's usually around February. It's the top 8 teams in the standings. They play a single elimination tournament for another championship, another cup. So that's you got the Super Cup, the cup, and then the regular championship is obviously the playoffs. So you play best of 5, best of 7 for the championship.
Right.
So I got 3 Super Cups, 5 regular cups, and 4 championships.
Right.
So
Do y'all get rings or anything for that?
Nah, they don't get rings. You just get an individual trophy and a medal.
Okay. And how many? You had a couple MVPs, didn't you?
I got a regular season MVP from Poland. I got 4 MVPs from Cups.
Okay.
I got 2 final MVPs.
Okay. You got a lot of hardware, huh?
Yeah, I think I got 6 or 7 All-Stars.
Okay. And you've been playing you said this is year 16?
16 will be next year. Next year probably my last year.
How much? That's what I'm about to say. How much longer you think you're
going
going to
play? One more, man. I'll probably get into coaching.
Okay.
So 16 will probably be it for me unless something crazy happens.
Got you. So, pandemic. Let's talk about it. You was over in Italy when it broke out. Explain that to me.
Man, it was crazy because we had a break actually February. Pretty much everybody in Europe. So I came home for like a week. Okay. And it wasn't bad. Nobody was really talking about it. It was over in Italy a little bit. So I came back from Italy. They was checking, the fever with the scan stuff in the airport. So I'm like, all right, that's normal. They doing that. Right. So we get back. We got about 2 more weeks before the season's supposed to pick up again from the break. Right. So we start, and then they say, it's getting bad. We're going to push the game back. So they canceled that game for like a week. So then the next week comes up, we about to play. This is on a Saturday. We play on a Sunday. So we travel to the city, like a 3-hour bus trip. We go to practice, and then we get back to the hotel after eating from practice and stuff. So they're like, we about to go back to our city. We're like, damn, what are they playing it? Like, for what? It was like, they're going to lock our city down because we're in the red zone. So it was like 6 or 7 cities that was considered in the red zone at the time. Right. They're like, they're going to lock it down. I'm like, lock it down? I'm like, what that mean? It was like, nobody can leave or come in unless it's really serious, and nobody can go outside. I'm like, what the hell? Right. I'm like, all right, so this whole time on the bus ride, we going back. I'm talking about other American teammates. I'm like, what you going to do? He was like, I don't know. I was like, well, look, I'm about to get my ticket home. I'm like, they ain't telling me enough to where I need to stay. Right. But they don't know what's going on. And I'm like, just be careful. I'm like, we probably going to have a meeting when we get back, and they're going to downplay the situation. Because that's what they're going to do because they don't want anybody to leave. Right. So the whole bus ride home, I'm going back and forth with, my wife and my agent. I'm like, I think I'm about to leave. My agent's like, yeah, if I was you, I'll just leave and just see what happens after that. So I tell my teammate, I'm like, this is the plan because, we were about 2.5 hours from Slovenia. That was the next border state over. So I'm like, they're going to lock the city down, not let nobody leave. There's probably going to be no flights out of here, or it's going to be tough. Right. So I was like, we're just going to drive to this nearby Italian city where it's another team in our league. So I'm like, we just leave our cars there, get a taxi from there, and just go to Slovenia. Right. So me and my teammate figured all this out. So we get back, we had a meeting. It was like, this happening. You guys don't be worried about it. It only affects old people, this and that. So I'm just looking at my team like I told you, they were trying to downplay it. So they sit there joking about the situation and throwing jokes. So they walk out the door. I'm like, look here. I grab them like, look, I'm about to leave. I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen here. Obviously, y'all don't either. So, we start playing back again. I'll come back. But I'm like, right now, I'm about to go to Sylvania, chill for a day, and I'll wait to hear from y'all about what the government says about the situation. I'm like, if they say we're gonna play for sure, then I won't go. But if they don't have anything to say that's gonna make me, not leave, then I'm out of here. So they didn't really say too much. It was just like, okay. So man, I went home, packed my stuff up, drove to Sylvania, stayed, and then the next day I was out. So I didn't want anything Italian on my, itinerary. So when I landed in the States, they said something or I didn't know what was going to happen. So I wasn't trying to stay to see what was going to happen. So I just left.
Right. Now, how long was it till they locked Italy down from the time you left?
Well, that next day they locked our city down. So
they locked it down the next day.
The next day they locked it down. So nobody.
You'd have been stuck. You'd still be there.
Yeah, and then 2 days later is when they had the travel ban. They put the travel ban on.
Oh man.
And you couldn't leave from Italy really.
Right.
It was a mercy, but that's what I didn't want to happen. That's what I told my teammate. I'm like, if they put some kind of ban on here and we can't leave, then we're stuck for no reason because we're not playing. We ain't gonna be able to practice. Now we just stuck and we can't leave the country. And then I was like, man, that's what I didn't want to happen, and that's why I left because I'm like, all right, if y'all figure the situation out and they start planning it, I'll come back, no problem. But I ain't gonna be stuck here. Like I'd rather be stuck in the States.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right, and I'm there by myself. So
yeah, well, good you got out in time because I mean it's serious in Italy.
For sure.
It's definitely not a game, man. Last question. So you said you're thinking about coaching, man. What's your vision on that, man? Do you want to do something high school, college level? What are you thinking?
College or pros. I mean, my agent actually hit me this past year while I was playing. He was like, a team in Poland maybe have some interest in hiring you as a head coach after you're done. So I'm like,
really?
Cool. Yeah. So I told him that I'd definitely be interested. So, they've been kind of keeping in touch. So I told him I had 1 more year left on my contract. So we'll see. So, I mean, I definitely would try to do it, just go pro. Since I'm over there, do it for, a year or two and see how it goes and then maybe jump into college.
Right. Oh, man, that's going forward, man, wishing you all the best. I know you'll make a great coach. You know what I mean? Being able to put stuff together, being non-biased. I think you learned from that coach you had before. So, and I think you'll be good at that, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh, no problem, man. Definitely seeing you doing your thing with the camps and the podcast. So
I appreciate that. Well,
Well,
I know this. I know. Well, not this year, but next year that farewell tour probably gonna be crazy. What you going to average going out?
It's tough, man. I don't even know if I got it like that.
But that's like, well, so okay, all right. One more question. So this is crazy, man. We're the same age and we were seniors together. How does your body feel? And you're still playing at a high level, man. How do you do? Like, do you? What's in your regimen that keeps your body going?
I mean, nothing special. Just like the last 5-6 years, I wasn't playing a lot 5-on-5, just a lot. I would play a little bit, but then I would just swim or ride my bike for cardio throughout the summer to kind of stay a little bit in shape. And then preseason. My coach the last 2 years been doing a good job of, not letting me practice all the time. He'll let me rest a lot. So that helped my body.
Okay.
So that was, if I'm going to say that's a secret, that was one of them. Just my coach understanding me and understanding my body. So
gotcha.
I'm older. So they would just let me rest a lot. And,
yeah.
Especially preseason or throughout the season because we were playing once a week. So we would get 1 day off. He may give me 2 days off between the weeks. So that helped a lot. So I was just staying off my, putting a lot of pressure on my knees and, doing so much during the summer. That way I would last the whole season.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said, I'll be walking around the house and I twist my ankle, man. It is not pretty. I'm like, how is he still playing? But
You
yeah,
still go up
man.
and down a little bit?
Am I what?
You still go up and down a little bit on the court?
No.
No?
Very, very. I mean, if I do, it's like with some younger kids, and I'm making passes and
You and Key ain't playing one-on-one?
yeah, 1-on-1. What? Are you kidding me? Man, I ache thinking about it. But like I said, man, it's rough. But I mean, definitely kudos to you, man, playing all those years. And like I said, from where you came from, I
Yeah.
seen you. It's crazy because you remind me a lot of my brother. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like my brother was like that. He was like his freshman year, he was really bad. I'm not saying you was bad, but he's really bad his freshman year. Sophomore year, he's pretty decent. And then all of
Mhm.
a sudden, he just worked his butt off, and then he's better than everybody. And that's kind of the same story that I tell people when they're like, man, I get a lot of kids that train now, and they're like, well, I'm never going to be as good as this person. Well, I'm like, I know a guy, Dave Logan, and I know my
Mhm.
brother. They both did it. You know what I mean? There were
Yeah.
people that I remember. I mean, no knock on anybody. I'm not going to name names. Let me not do that. I don't want to start nothing. But I remember people in high school that had your number. And you
Mhm.
know what I'm talking about. They
Yeah,
had
for
your
sure.
number, and all of a sudden, you were better than them.
Yeah,
And it's no shots at anybody. It's facts, and it's the truth. But
yeah,
I mean, you worked at it, and God has blessed you, man. So
man.
I appreciate you coming on. This is David Logan. Look him up. UND legend. He's an overseas player. And I mean, a lot of if kids are watching this, a lot of you kids can take a lot of notice from his story and what he's done. I mean, definitely a very influential guy well, not from Indianapolis, but played basketball in Indianapolis, from Chicago, and could be good motivation for you. But thanks, man. I appreciate you.
All right, hard man, no problem, man. Stay blessed and be safe out there. And tell your family I said what's up.
Definitely, my brother. I appreciate you. Take care.
All right, man.